Hi guys, I would like to record this video so that whenever you want to review how to solve this problem, you can go back and watch this video. Sometimes it's possible that some students may not be able to follow uh, what we cover in class, so this might provide you this opportunity to review. Before we solve this problem, I just want to make sure that this is the key. So for any trig function, say I just pick cosine here, you should think of the input as an angle and the output is a value. Similarly, the inverse trig function, of course, because you switch x and y, right? So for the inverse, the input should be the value and the output should be the angle. Okay, so with that in mind, let's give a try. So first of all, I recognize in the inside part, the cosine x must be an angle. That's what I would suggest you to think of. So think of x as an angle. So I'm going to draw a right triangle. This is my x. It is an angle. For cosine x, cosine of an angle, it is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So if I label this as my A and this is as my H, okay, just happen to be AH. I just randomly picked two letters to label these two sides. So cosine x should be A over H, okay? So now the next step is let's work inside out. So you do know this is a value, right? So sine inverse of this value, this is what we are trying to find. Sine inverse of cosine x equals what? This is what we want to find, right? This is equivalent to say sine of what is equal to cosine x, right? Yeah, because this is just the inverse of each other. That's why I can swap these two components, and this cosine x is coming from here, this question mark is coming from here. Again, in other words, you're trying to tell me that we are trying to solve this sine of what angle is equal to cosine x, and what is cosine x? It is A over H, right? So now time to take a look at your graph. Now in this graph, sine of what angle? This is supposed to be an angle. I know this is an angle, okay? Sine of what angle? So you have these three angles. Sine of which angle is equal to A over H? If you can recall that sine is opposite over hypotenuse, you can see that, hey, sine of this angle is going to be equal to opposite, which is A over H. That's what we want to find. So therefore, this angle should be the answer for our question mark, right? Or for here. And we do know that this is 90 degrees. So this angle is actually 90 degrees. It will be 90 degrees, which is pi over 2 minus the x angle, right? So therefore, I do know that sine of pi over 2 minus x equals A over C. So from the graph, so I know this answer is going to be pi over 2 minus x.